Hello guys. So yeah, today we will be sculpting Zelda. Uh, yeah, wait a second please. So yeah guys, as always, um, additional information in Discord. If you want to watch more streams, subscribe to this channel. I'm streaming pretty often right now. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm reading it. But sometimes I can see them not right away because I have only one monitor still and I need to switch between the tabs, and I'm sculpting and I cannot see it right away. But anyways, so today is ZELDA and stylized character here in the very interesting fitness outfit. I will be sculpting some folds and I collected already some references for that. Also, what is interesting here, the braids, and as always the hardest part will be the hands and the face. Yeah, but I'm more than sure we will be able to make it in this stream. Also the pants, and I think I will be sculpting her full body because it's not very it will not take very long time, but she will probably be barefoot. Yeah, and I armed with my pen and a couple of bananas just in case I will be hungry in the stream. So yeah, I'm ready. If you are ready, I will be starting, and let me check something else for the music. Okay, let's start. Let's start. I will start with the head, as always. In the beginning, I want something really quick for the head. Nothing very much special, just a blockout and the jawline here. And from the bottom, I will sharpen the chin. Already we're having something, and if I will do this line already will be looking like head, almost. Okay, I think this is enough for the beginning, and those who are watching me often, they already know that I don't like to start with the head because I need to warm up a little bit. By the way, what we can do here, just pull this part out for the nose, and that's it for the beginning. And we can continue. with the neck. Wait a sec, I will put something else for the music because it's a little bit off topic, I guess. All transforms, remesh, symmetry, and here is the neck. Next will be the body. This is the good music, I think, for ZELDA. It's called Treat Me Good. Hi, the Skinwalker. Hi, hi. So yeah, I need to make it bigger, I guess. In the previous stream was something close to this pose. Also, she had hands like this. I think she was fixing the hairs, but they were bent like that. So a little bit similar torso shape. But the previous one was on her knees, and this one is just standing. And this is it for the top part of the torso. I will be doing lower part right now. Very good. By the way, I like sometimes to join these two parts early, just to be able to move them together. And if I want to move them separately, we can go here under Tools and Advanced and switch on Topology. Are you Muslim? These kind of questions I don't, to be honest, like very much because they are not related to what I do. Like your religion, your nationality, where you're from. Like I don't like it too much to talk about it. Because this information won't give you anything about sculpting and about me too. What if I'm not Muslim? Like, you will stop watching my videos or what? What if I'm Muslim? Will you start more or less? I don't know. I don't understand it, to be honest, the point of this kind of questions. So yeah, the torso, as you can see, it's more like it's getting hot. It's more like sandwiches, you know. So I'm switching on my aircon. So you see, with that option on, we can move this without affecting the other part. So I actually wanted to add to my quick favorites, but I don't know why it's not possible here to do. So all transforms and mirror. And we need to make this here, and immediately you can understand that it's woman, female, I mean female character. By the way, very good music here, I like it. Yeah, looking nice. And now the lower part of the feet. By the way, she's wearing here the pants, the sport pants, joggers, or how it's called. And that means that I don't have to go too much into the details here for the leg anatomy, but still I want to have something basic here. So I won't be spending that much time on the legs. I just want to do this. Just some basic forms I'm interested in. Yeah. From the back it's looking okay. UV sphere. And I will do the basic shapes of the feet. First from the side. Like so. This is looking perfect from the side. A little bit bigger it needs to be, but I'm more than sure when I will go to the front, it will look disgusting, and you will see that right away, just in a second. Yeah, it's completely wrong. So we need to fix it from the front. Yeah, this is looking a little bit better. So this will be her legs. By the way, I heard that many artists are struggling with making legs, especially those who work in the industry, because you don't do them often, like almost never they do. Because in the industry, especially for games and all that things, they mainly start with the pre-made base meshes. But we here, me and you, in this stream, we start from the scratch. We don't afraid of difficulties because we like what we do. My community members, I mean. Yeah, looking pretty cool. Now I want to add something in the back, some information in the back part. All transforms, mirror. Sculpt. And from the side, you can just move it in like so. Yeah, looking very good. Very good, I like it. The shapes, the basic blockout shapes. And we can also mark here the basic shapes of the torso. I think I can remesh it already, go a little bit higher. And I think I will be sculpting her with the hands raised right away, because it will be quicker. So I will use simple cylinder for that. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's continue. I was just watching at the references right now. Unfortunately, I cannot share it because they contain some anatomy details that YouTube don't like. But I'm always saying in my courses that it's always not good, it's necessary to use references for anything you sculpt in the beginning. Maybe when you will be very experienced, you will be able to do something from your head, or you are super talented. That also can happen, but for myself that works. I'm not super talented, I just love this thing. And if you like what I do and want to support what I do, you can just hit like right now and subscribe and share. That will help to promote this stream. And in the last couple of streams, I feel tremendous support from you guys, and that really gives me a lot of motivation to make more for you. That's very good. But anyways, even if no one will be watching, I will be continuing doing this because I like it. Even if 2 people will be watching, I will be streaming. But if no one will be watching, I probably won't be streaming, but I will be sculpting for myself. Hi, which tablet do you use? Yeah, I think I have, it's in the description, but if it's not, I'm using Hyon 20 Canvas. Yeah, it's pretty old tablet. I have bought it in 2020 summer, so today is almost 6 years, and I'm still working with it. And it's very durable, to be honest. It's, yeah, I like it. But it doesn't really much matter which kind of tablet people use, because many good artists, and they use normally different tablets. Some people use screen tablets like I do. Some people use the normal tablets without screen. And if you are doing good things, if you can do, it doesn't really matter. But I personally prefer screen tablet because I like to see where I'm pressing. And some people, they complain, even professionals, some professionals, they complain that I'm using screen tablet, I can't use it because my neck tires, you know, it's like sore after sculpting, because you know, they put it like on the table and sculpt like this, and I put it like frontally, and I sit, you know, with my back straight, and I have no issues with that. And also, when you are working and always sitting, it's of course good to do sports, to work out in the gym. Otherwise, your body will complain, and it will make you know about it through pain. And since I'm not very young already, I'm working out. So yeah, I need to make the hands right now very like complicated part, and some people might also think that it's boring, but we cannot avoid it, and we need to practice it. In my previous streams, I used to use pre-made hands, of course pre-made by me. And in the stream I used to just drop my pre-made hands here. And that's it. It's done. But then I decided, I noticed that I stopped developing, of course, in sculpting hands. And I decided to do everything from scratch, but I won't be going too much into the details of the hand. I just want to follow the main shapes, and that's enough for this kind of streams, because the detailing part is not that hard, to be honest. If you are good with the main shapes, it will be okay. And by the way, for those who want to see the how I sculpted pre-made hands, I have some pre-made hands and feet set completely free on my ArtStation store. So yeah, I have not only courses like which are paid, but also I have free stuff there. some free things you can find, and some people used it. I saw. I immediately recognized that it was my hands and feet, and sharing in my. I saw them sharing them in my Discord channel. So the finger is already done, like that. And now I will take this point, Control Alt X, and in the edit mode I just select one of the points here, and then I like to just duplicate it like so. It's really quick to block out the hands, and I find it easy. Of course, you need to know anatomy. There are some specifics, and I go in depth in my courses there about it, about the hands, how they are constructed, and how to make them better. Yeah. Like I said, it's one of the most complex parts, and in the live stream it's simply not possible to explain everything unless it will be a separate stream dedicated to hands anatomy. Yeah, but overall it's looking good, I think, right now. And here I will take, oops, I'm pressing some random stuff, Shift D, and just to duplicate it and rotate it like so, and put it like here. Yeah, it's looking not bad already. And since I started sculpting hands from scratch on my streams, I started also getting better at those. Still, I'm not very much satisfied with it, but it's okay for the blockout. And of course, if I want to make it looking better, it will take more time for me to do, but I can do that. And especially female hands, they're very hard to do because they are very gentle. Yeah, and now I will just select all of these things and Control J to join. I will select this origin, this point, and assign origin point here. I like the Blender workflow, by the way. You cannot do this in Maya. You cannot assign. I think maybe you can, but it's not like this. Blender is very hotkey oriented, and that affords me to work really quick when it comes to sculpting. And the hotkeys in Blender are very like logical, you know, G for grab, like I for isolate, or something like that. Yeah, you can see that the hands is looking more or less okay, the hand. Yeah, and I can move it here and mirror it and apply transformations and apply modifier. And I want to split and bring back the hand here, and this one origin to selection again and bring it here and so yeah, we can continue. Finally, I did something for the hands. Maybe they are too long right now, I'm not sure about it. Maybe I should make them smaller. Do you monetize your channel? Greetings from Mexico. Yes, the monetization is on. Saludos todos desde Latam. Okay, saludos to Latam. Yeah, I understand what you mean, guys. Even though I don't speak, unfortunately, Spanish. Salut to. Yeah. I know that many people from Latam is watching my streams. They are very creative. By the way, the top countries watching my stream, if you want, I can tell you right now. It's the first place is United States, second is Brazil normally, and third is yeah, I needed some concentration and stop talking. Third is Russia. Maybe the body should go even more like that. And this. Yeah, I think it's looking good now. So all transformations and mirror. So move it a little bit down. So yeah, the body is done almost. And you know, I need to add something for the shoulders. Some volume here, like just something is not enough here, you know. So I will do simply like this. Yeah, and the shoulder is done, yeah, almost. And when we raise our arms, the shoulder goes back normally, you know, normal shoulder. You cannot see it from the front if your hands are raised back. This is completely logical, but it's hard to understand when we don't know that, when we are sculpting. So yeah, and here in the front I need to also correct a little bit here the volumes. Yep, all right. What's your age, man? I'm 43. Genial te estoy viendo desde Peru. Peru is watching, amazing. Eres un crack. Unfortunately, I don't understand what the guy wrote. Ты будешь использовать волосы через кривую и circle. Вот человек с прошлого раза просит. Можешь в следующий раз сделать через T-позу и добавить скелет? Нет, скелеты анимировать это не мой профиль, я чисто скульпчу. So the guy is asking in Russian, will I be adding the hair strands with the curve? If he wants, I can do that. But you know, I already have completed the body almost. I think that hands could be even smaller. So I have completed the body, and that means, you know what that means? Do you know, guys? That means I can start sculpting the head. But before that, I noticed that I want to a little bit fix the torso. And the breast, I think it should be lower a little bit. Like so. So yeah, now it's looking more or less good. So the time has come. We need to make head the most important, the most serious part of every sculpt, the head. Character sculpt, I mean. So yeah. And I think I will right away add the ears here, the sphere. Like so. All transforms, mirror. And simply, by the way, elf ears are really easy to do, easier than normal ears. This is how I feel. So yeah, looking pretty good already. And we need to sometimes zoom out and see the proportions. From this distance we can see that the ears could be a little bit bigger, probably. Будет здорово. Можно, зачем? Хорошего стрима, я лайк поставил. Спасибо. Спасибо, чел. Так, хотя бы тогда можешь сделать через кривую волосы. Если не в этот, то я просто хотел, чтобы ты... Да я знаю, как это делать, чувак. Ну, 1000 раз так делал. Да я 1000 раз так делал. Это же база, это же самое простое, что возможно сделать. Okay, but thank you. So the guys really wants me to use curves today for the hairs because he thought that I didn't know that it's possible, but I know because I'm sculpting not the first day, you know, that's why. But it's interesting that he thinks that I don't know because I didn't use it. But sometimes I feel that sculpting without curves, first of all, can be faster for me to block out. And second reason why I don't use it sometimes, because I get more satisfaction when I sculpt and not use curves. That's why. So you can see that the basic head shape in the min is ready. And I didn't use anything that much, but very basic, very, very basic brushes, you know, if you noticed. And in the beginning, my goal is just to find the main, the fundamental proportions of the face. And right now I'm happy with what happens. Most of the times, I mean, very often mistake for beginners, and I just today have seen it in my Discord channel. They do for the jaw this, you know, it can be like this long. And this part can be like this for the female. Or like this. And you can already see that something is like bad, you know. And I myself was doing that. And even in my earlier streams, you can see that mistakes, and that's why I was spending more time on doing characters, because I was fixing mistakes. And in my early streams, I used to sit from 4 to 6 hours in a row, and people used to watch, you know. That's interesting. I was very surprised that they were watching it, my painful streams, because I couldn't make normal looking female faces in the beginning, and I was streaming without even able to make it properly. I mean, I could make it, but I needed more time to do that, you know. And in the stream, it's a different story. And especially when you're just starting to stream, you are nervous and you think too much, like, what if I won't be able to make it live and people will be bullying me. A lot of different stupid thoughts coming in the head when you sculpt, and especially when you share it live. And also when you do the tutorials, it's also very hard, the courses, I mean. So At some point you just get used to it. So how long is the stream, by the way? It's less than 1 hour. Can you imagine? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, da, da. So I think I can go higher a little bit right now in the resolution because I want to sculpt eyes, and eyes need some more polygons. So 400 I think is enough. Smooth it a little bit, pull these parts a little bit out, and now we can simply paint the eyes in. The eyes is also one of the most difficult parts of the face, and when you do it often you will start feeling it. Of course you also need to watch some tutorials maybe. By the way, I'm thinking to do one about eyes because a lot of people are struggling with that when they sculpt. It's not easy to do, especially female eyes, because they need to be beautiful. And if the female is stylized, it's even could be even more difficult because the eyes are big and the face is small. Right now I think I did the eyes smaller than I had to do. I don't know. We'll see. Well, it's looking good. I like the shape. That's most important. So yeah. So I think it's enough for the shape. Can go and add a sphere in and Ctrl+3 and move it in. And it didn't sit properly because the shape was wrong a little bit, but we will adjust. We'll adjust to that. We'll just move this part out, this part in, maybe, yeah. So let's see how it will look. I think it's okay. It's looking okay, but maybe it's too deep right now if we're looking at it from the side. Maybe I need to pull out this part a little bit, I think. And the face. Yeah, looking much better right now. Mirror. I think the face is a little bit longer than it should be. Okay, let's do the lips. Let's do the lips. The lips here. And the mouse is pretty small. That's the issue with this kind of with making this kind of sculpts. And nose is really small. I mean, the stylized and anime style girls, that's the issue. One of the biggest issues, to realize how small could that be. Still, I'm suffering sometimes, especially when I'm not in the shape. Struggling, I mean, with this kind of tasks. But sooner or later we'll be able to do that. The only matter is time, and everything else doesn't matter. If we have time, we can do anything we want. We can become anything we want. Yeah. So you see the profile profile is already looking a little bit better with these adjustments. And her nose is a little bit like that. They like do the pointing, the noses pointing up. I think it's considered beautiful in the society when it's slightly up. And these parts of the nose, nostrils, they should go in like that. And we should mark, although there is nothing here. And that's why for the complete beginners, I wouldn't recommend do this kind of sculpts, because it will be very hard. For the beginners, the best thing to sculpt, if you want to start sculpting the heads, to learn, I mean, the best thing would be to start from old guys, from old men sculpts. It will be easier for you in the beginning to understand the structure of the face, the bones, because everything is visible there, and here it's not visible and everything is subtle. That's why. And still you have to show the structure, and that's the hardest part. And that needs some experience and practice. Yeah, already looking like something. Not the best face maybe that I have ever done, but not the worst too. Yeah. So the lips, we can flatten them a little bit with the scrape brush I'm using for that. Move it to the front. And it's very important to make the distance. This distance should be short in beautiful females. I see sometimes females, like in the real life, they have this, like this distance long, and it's not looking good, honestly. Although they still can marry someone, it doesn't matter. But I personally think it's not looking good. The smaller this distance, the younger female is looking normally, you know? And lower lip is really small, and yeah. So I will do this and this, and smooth a little bit, and these parts I will remove some masses here, because it looks like that a little bit here. And now the issue, you know what is the issue now with the face, is the jaw. It's really huge, and it's more like males feature. But we'll manage that, I hope. Maybe the eyes are also a little bit Yeah, a little bit looking like an alien, to be honest, right now. Especially with these ears. And they are now too big because I was making the head smaller. Oh, it's too much. Yeah, I think this eye shape is looking more Asian style. So I need to fix it. The eyes are looking, the eyeballs, I mean, looking very big. So I'll make them smaller and move them slightly like that. Maybe that will fix the situation. All transforms. Yeah, I think when I will be adding the hairs, the situation will become better. But right now it's already looking better. The only thing I need to, for now, to mark is the chin. Yeah, looking good, I think. О, здравствуйте. Сколько времени вы потратили, чтобы скульптить? Сколько? Ну, года 3, не знаю. Ну, вообще, 3D я начал в 19 году заниматься в конце. Да. So I think I need to make it maybe even smaller and bring it to the front like that. Yeah, I think I urgently need to add some hairs, at least something for the beginning, because yeah. Cursor to world origin, Shift A, and the sphere on top. Even with the sphere, she should look better a little bit. The head should be much smaller now. Yeah, now she's looking much better. Normally, the hair helps a lot to understand what's happening wrong with the face, at least for myself, you know. So if you are feeling lost at some point, you just can try adding hairs. At least a blob. Put the blob on the head and you will probably see something new. Yeah, she's looking perfect right now, I think. Very good. Although we are just started. Yeah, guys, already 28 people watching live, which is good. Guys, don't forget to hit likes and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, because I'm sculpting every week, twice a week right now. So at this point, let's add the lashes. Yeah, I really like the result that we're having today. Yeah, and I think I will right away mask out the eyebrows, because it will be simply quicker. And even with these simple things, she's already looking better. Perfect, yeah? So mask and extract, and yeah, perfect. What we want to do now, we want to do this a little bit, play with the thickness. I think this is fine, yeah? Maybe a little bit add thickness and mesh and remesh, yeah? Remesh, maybe, and remesh it again and again. And one more. And maybe one more. Okay. And I will smooth. And I like to do long lashes for the females because it's looking great. Long, sometimes thick. Yeah, in this case it's not long. I need them longer. And she will be immediately looking better with the lashes. I promise you. Maybe this one was too much. Maybe we can add. Yeah, looking good. Let's add some smaller ones in the bottom. Sometimes I press Z. This way of making lashes is one of the best for quick sketching. Not the best for the final sculpt, but for the quick sketching it's okay. Maybe these parts I want to be thicker. Oops. Yeah, and the lower one, lower ones. So I think it's fine for now. I'll just move them a little bit up, like so. Yeah. P selection. And the eyebrows, watching after a long time. I remember you. Hello Murat, hello Rios. I remember you, Mukbang King. I remember. Good to see you back. You didn't forget me. So I need to apply all the modifiers to the eyes and paint now. Right away she got a different look. Yeah. Let's add the highlights. Maybe here even. Good. Now let's fix the mouse. To make it smaller. Need to put some teeth inside, by the way. Lasso. Invert. Okay. Uh, hello, some media. Hello, Marat. Hello, Rudy. Nice project. Thank you. It's amazing how much of different this little change does. Yes. I feel that the face is missing a little more Rudy. More flesh in the cheekbone area compared to the reference. Don't you try modeling or you still focus on sculpting? I can modeling too. What do you mean by modeling? Box modeling or what? I like sculpting more. So now let's quickly fix the ears. Sorry guys, I couldn't read your comments right away because I was busy a little bit and I didn't see them. You know, yeah, the cheekbones is... But she's looking good. Overall, I like how she looks. We can do this, by the way, for this part. This for this. Invert. Smooth. Smooth. Yeah, the head now is a little bit looking small. So we'll take all of this and scale it up. Okay, now let's block out the basic hair shapes. It's somewhere up until here. All transforms, mirror. And this should be one object, I guess. So we will apply here the mirror and remesh. Good. Like product modeling. No, I never did it. I modeled things related to characters, and when I was learning, once I modeled environment, and there were a lot of props inside. We had an assignment to model environment, and I hated it because I hate environments. I like characters, as you noticed probably. So right now I will be sculpting braids. I will do it simple and hopefully quick. I don't know, maybe I should switch off the symmetry here. No, like this. And continue like this, like tire patterns, you know. And I think it won't be looking good if I would be using symmetry here. So probably I need to go a little bit higher here in the resolution. Yeah, looking good and quick, you know. We always need some reference for this kind of parts, so otherwise we can be confused. Yeah. So now when it's divided, I can go and inflate it if I want. It will be looking a little bit better. And now we will switch to the main part. Oh, by the way, she also has here something. So I think I need to switch off the symmetry here, because it, yeah, I need to apply mirror. Yeah. And for this part, I don't know, maybe for the beginning I will just add this kind of things. Just imitate how they are looking here. Okay, it's looking a little bit strange from the back, but okay. We'll break the symmetry later, but to have something, at least for the beginning, we need to have something to understand visually what's happening. Yeah, where are we going? In the sculpt we need to see the direction. Okay. Now let's start smoothing everything. and the shoulders. Which AI did you use to animate the Your Forger, the last one or the previous one? I forgot in my Telegram channel the name of the, I posted. Didn't you see? Luma. Okay, guys, wait a second. I need to go and refresh a little bit. I'll be back and we will continue, okay? If you want to see, don't leave the stream. Just a minute. So guys, I'm back. If you have any questions, the best time to ask is now, because I will be eating banana. Because 2 hours already sculpting and I need some calories, you know, because I'm hungry a little bit. So if you don't mind, yeah, and you guys tell me what you think. I'm, by the way, using Nana Banana for visualizing the what if I would retopologize the sculpt and UV map and add textures, proper textures in Substance Painter. I asked to do that, like realistic. I asked to visualize that Nana Banana, and it makes me render, not render, it's like how it would look. And then I experiment with AI, because I don't like do texturing and UV mapping, retopology. It takes very long time, and I hate that process. That's why I'm having fun with AI. And I did a short video on that and posted on YouTube. I don't know if you guys, some guys don't like it, some guys like it. I'm just testing. But I think we need to use AI for our benefit and to replace the parts that we don't like to do. For example, I don't like to do hard surface stuff, but I like to sculpt organic stuff. And for hard surface, it makes perfect job. Like 3D. And I think it already has a bridge with Blender, you know. I saw some information that you can just install an add-on and then generate 3D models right in the Blender interface. That's amazing. The world is coming there and we can do nothing with that. We hate it or love it. We just cannot do anything against it. So I think the only way is to use it for our benefit. For myself, I'm using it as content creator. And it's helping me a lot, like it's making my work quicker. And right now in Gemini, in the Pro version subscription, you can even talk with AI live and you can share your screen and tell him, for example, what's the issue with the rendering or how I could do the better render, and it can look at your screen and give you an advice, and that's making your work so much faster. And I think if people are smart enough, they can use it in their advantage, but if they are not, then they will be more stupid with AI, I mean, because they won't be learning, they will be just not learning anything from that. Or even some simple things today before the stream, I didn't know how this kind of pants are called in English. And I wanted to find a couple of references of that to prepare. And I asked and got immediate answer. And found references for the folds. Yeah. It's amazing. Do you use AI to generate reference views of the model in the non-visible areas? Yes, sometimes yes, I do in Nana Banana. So I think it's time to start posing her. For that, I will go and apply all the modifiers here, and in the edit mode, P and by loose parts. I want to get this appealing pose, and for that I need to join these parts, probably the hands too, for now. Control J. Maybe I should even remesh it, why not? Can do that. But first let's pose the legs. Set parent, origin to selection. You know, for this one I think I need to use mask and do this. Smooth it as much as I can, and I need to rotate it, but first under the sculpt, set pivot to mask border here, and set pivot to masked border, and what? Oh, is there a mirror modifier on? Oh my god, I need to disable it, and then I lost the arm. Okay, that's fine. I will do this. P by loose parts. Mirror, apply. Control J to join. And this part. And again. Sculpt, set pivot to mask border. I just want to rotate it a little bit like so. And rotate it here like that. Set parent, origin to selection, and the second leg. Yeah. set parent, origin to selection. So yeah, looking pretty good. And especially the bot is looking amazing. As always, in my sculpts. Invert the mask. Can smooth out this area. We need to, okay, it's, well, what about the chest? It's connected. Impressionat el nivel de anatomia. Thank you so much. By the way, for the compliments, I like it. Who doesn't like it? Invert the mask. Clear the mask. And unfortunately, I don't have the references for this kind of bent pose. I didn't look for it before the stream, but it's fine. I think I will manage. Oh, wait a sec. But this part anyways will be covered by the pants, so yeah, looking good. I think I need to move a little bit the legs up. Yeah. So I think at this point we can start merging everything except the head. So I will save a new file just in case, because that's not an undoable. That is undoable operation, and in case the Blender will crash, we'll be safe. Okay, nice. So Control and J. And we need to remesh it, of course. But first, I think I need to apply all transformations, and then we need to go and remesh it. I will save just in case, and yeah, 700,000. Oh, wait a second, the shoulders I forgot. And again, Control R to remesh. Yeah, looking good. Here. And very soon we'll start doing closes. Yeah. And here I can switch on the symmetry and use it for this part. Okay. Oh, she lost one leg. Oh my god. Come back. Or let's put it like this. Okay, so let's start sculpting her clothes. Oh, what did I do? By the way, do you know how to flip the image in Blender? It's easy. So let's do the top quickly with the lasso mask. Invert. And here also. Oh, it's a little bit asymmetrical, I guess. This part. Oh, it's a little bit different. It goes like this even. Okay, I guess it's fine for the top, and for the pants I need to do also the mask. I guess it goes like this, yeah. They're pretty high. Yeah, looking good from the back too. Unfortunately, I cover this part. Okay, but it's looking good. And the bottom. And mask and extract. Maybe I will increase the thickness a little bit more. Like so. And I don't want these parts to be, yeah, if I will be remeshing it now, they can merge, and I don't want it. So probably scale it down like so. And mesh. And in the sculpt mode, I will remesh it. Hello, how are you? I'm good. My name is Rodrigo. I'm from Brazil and I just discovered your channel. And if there is anything related to The Legend of Zelda, I already like it. That's cool. So, yeah, welcome to the channel, my friend. What I was doing, I wanted to remesh it, yeah? So let's do it. Remesh it, no, that's too much polygons. $500. Maybe that's too little. Yeah. I need somewhere around 700-800. Yeah, that's perfect. 700. Maybe I will smooth a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good now. And now we can just split everything by loose parts. How did you start making fan art? Did you just jump straight into it, or did you do studies first for months? What do you mean? Like, I didn't understand the question, to be honest. I learned sculpting myself first, and then I started doing fan art. Or do you mean, how did I start making fan art on YouTube? On YouTube I started right away. From Street Fighter series. I did almost all characters. So let's paint the pants. Yeah, perfect. And the top has this color. Yeah, perfect. So I want to give a little bit more curve to the hairs so they look better. So now I'll grab the draw sharp brush, and I think I can use symmetry for this one. Yeah, and I want to use the stabilized stroke This is still a little bit low poly, but it's okay for the sketch. So yeah, or where were you doing anatomy study? When you learned sculpting, did you... okay. What I mean is I have always wanted to do 3D fan art, but I'm afraid it look ugly. Oh, okay. Do you have any tips? Okay, now I understand. So where... yeah, I didn't learn anywhere anatomy. I learned myself. Using books and a lot of practice sculpting. Also, I used to paint before sculpting a little bit, but not professionally, of course, just as a hobby. But I don't have any like artistic education. But I learned 3D modeling professionally in one school, but I will not recommend it because it's expensive, and I think there are much cheaper ways to do that if you want. And those schools right now, they're all, like, not all, but most of the CG schools, they are game art oriented. And I think that right now is not the best time to plan to work as a game artist. I think so. So yeah, what's happening with the music? Let's put something in the back. So okay, I think you will like it. For the tips, yeah, just practice anatomy and sculpt as much as you can. Actually everything is simple. If you want to learn something, you have to do it. If you want to learn sculpting fan art, you have to sculpt fan art. And of course, first time when you will be doing it, it won't be looking great. And that's completely normal because not only your eye needs to know the muscle groups and everything, but also your body and your hands need to know how to sculpt. And that's also a muscle memory. It's just like a sports, you know. I'm always comparing it to the sports. And it's normal when you go to the sports like boxing or anything else, and first day you cannot do anything and you get into trouble, but then if you train consistently you will be getting better. And that's with anything that you learn basically. But as always, most of the people, they think that it can be quick, and they expect that it will be quick and demotivate quick after that, because it's not quick. It takes time. The main thing, if you like it, I believe that you will be able to do that. Because you will be just doing it because you like it, and who can stop you from growing? Nobody. You don't have to be afraid of starting something new. If you really want it, you need to go and risk. Are you using Blender? Do you work professionally with this? I mean, do you work professionally making character sculptures? Right now, no. I mean, this is my profession, is YouTube, and I'm making courses and I'm earning money with that. But I used to work in the professional studio, in the animation studio, and I was doing props and then characters too, but not for a very long time because I was I forgot the word. I lost my jobs. They fired me. I mean, they didn't say like you fired, but the studio got bad times, and they stopped. They had to stop their projects. They had serious problems then, because they were from Ukraine, and I was working remotely, and at some point everything started and they couldn't work, but I think they still work. But the more I worked them, the worse situation was there. They sometimes were not paying properly, like I did the work, but they didn't pay for months until I tell them, hey, you have to pay. Yeah. You know, I wanted to make this, how this thing is called? This thing is called Drawstring, yeah? Drawstring. This is very fun to do, I guess. So I wanted to make it from... You will see what I will do right now. I will make the sphere, bring it here in the front, and M, and at center, and in Blender, I think it's only in Blender you can do that. You can extrude vertices, you know, just E and extrude it. And it's very useful for this kind of tasks, because in Maya you can't do it. And I started learning with Maya. By the way, I liked the previous song and I wanted to save it. I think this one. So yeah, I was laid off. Yeah, I remember the name, well, not name, but that word. I was laid off from the studio. Yeah, and with these vertices you can even duplicate them, which is cool, and you can rotate them. And this is perfect for this kind of tasks. Yeah. You can duplicate one vertex even and extrude it again, like so. You can select it again and duplicate and do this. It's perfect instrument. And then what you can do, you can go and convert it to the curves and go here, and in the curves you can increase the depth and you get the thickness. And you can control too. It's perfect. We can create here a torus. So you see, it's all about simplification. And in my courses, I always tell guys that you need to learn how to simplify the things, and then you will be able to sculpt anything. How to break the shapes into simpler forms. That's how I understand it. So it will be something like this, I guess. It should be. And we'll put it here. And we can convert it to mesh. And now with the sculpt tool, with the grab, we can move it, but we don't want to move everything at once. Again, I used it today many times, topology. And you can move them separately. You can change their shape, make one shorter, the other one longer. You can make it thicker if you want to, just with inflate. Yeah. Here we can add the cylinder. Add a couple of loops and shade smooth. Shift D. And Control J everything. I'll give it a slightly darker color, just for the contrast. Perfect, yeah? Yeah, I'm looking at your ArtStation page and you have some really beautiful work there. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I mean, do you work? Okay, are you armpit enjoyer? That's really eye-catching thumbnail, by the way. No, but I know that trick, and many artists know that trick, that this pose is getting more attraction from the viewers. This pose is very open pose. And people like it. And this kind of things, they get a lot of attention and views, and to be honest, I'm using it for my advantage. Because you like it. And what I do, I'm trying to do that people, to do the things that people like, because that's why I'm working as YouTuber right now, you know? It's my work. And what's the point of making something that you guys don't like? There's no point, you won't watch it. And not much people can make stylized girls live and make them looking good, you know. That's why I'm doing it. And also I like myself sculpting anatomy and bodies. Sometimes I do male anatomy too, but I'm more specializing on this because not much competition, you know. Not much people can do that, not many people. There are many talented artists, but not many of them are streaming. Now you guys can learn from it if you want. And let's sculpt the folds here. I think I need to switch off symmetry for that. And for this, I need to change the fall off to something smoother. Oh, by the way, I had to move this middle part a little bit. Yeah, and here also I need to add some folds too. Yeah, perfect. Now I will again change the fall off to something sharper and enable stabilized stroke. Increase the strength. By the way, perfect. By the way, let's paint the hairs. And do you sculpt everything by eye, or do you use image overlays with reference to get the proportions right? No, I sculpt by eye. I hate to make that reference in the back and sculpt over because you are not learning anything from that. That's my point. You need to train your eye first of all. Yes, you will be doing mistakes when you are sculpting everything by eye, but you use references and watch, and you will do hundreds and thousands sculpts before you will be able. That's normal, and it depends on person. Some guys, they are quicker. So let's write Calvin Klein, yeah. I hope it won't be very ugly. Sometimes you can just stamp it if you will find the image. You can use it's ugly, but okay. You can make it as a PNG with the transparency and use it as a stamp. That's also possible. And it's not enough resolution to make it cleaner. but it's fine for our purposes here, for the quick sketch. Calvin Klein, yeah. So again, let's write it's not very expensive brand, I guess. So let's Calvin ZELDA. So this ZELDA, she's a normal woman, female. Not very rich, but not very poor, like normal middle class ZELDA. She can afford to buy Calvin Klein outfit. And here also we can paint ZELDA. Maybe it's looking ugly, I don't know. I'm not sure. Most likely. But it's fun to do, to be honest. And here we will write ZELDA. And in the back we won't write anything, because we don't care that much about the back. And let's do some folds and yeah, and let's do another stroke here under. Oh, maybe I don't need stabilize here. You know, we can even grab the lasso mask and fake here a little bit. Again, I will change the fall off to something smoother and do a couple of more folds. Last how great, now you can get 2 copyright strike at once. Why? Is this reference image made with AI? Because isn't the pants drawstring in the wrong place? Isn't that the edge of the underway? Yes, I guess it's more likely AI. Calvin Klein and Nintendo. Ah, no, that's okay, I think. Nintendo is okay, that's 100%. I did a lot of characters from them. And Calvin Klein, I hope they won't notice this little stream. Hello, how long have you been sculpting? Hello? I started, when did I start actually? In 2020, I first time sculpted in ZBrush head, 2020. But then I didn't do it often and consistently because I was learning 3D modeling. And we were doing all the stuff there. Like hard surface. But consistently, like sculpting, I started maybe 2-3 years ago, like doing it very consistently. And from time to time I do some challenges for myself, like the last December I started a challenge. I wanted to make 100 days of sculpting characters. Female faces I wanted to sculpt. But I couldn't make it, to be honest. I only could make 64 days I think I did. But anyways, I improved again. Yeah. So what else? I think I need to make some bigger. Oh. So let's do a couple of folds on her knees. That will be looking cool, I guess. how many hours have you practiced since you've been doing sculpt? I mean, right now, last time I sculpted on Thursday in my stream, and I didn't sculpt in between. But in the beginning, of course, it's good to sculpt as much as you can. If you are asking for the advice, then yeah, the more you sculpt, the better for you. And if I will sculpt more, I will become also better. There is no secret about that. For example, sculpting folds, like the thing that I'm doing right now, also need practice, and since I didn't do it too much, mainly concentrating on the anatomy, I need to practice more sculpting folds to understand how it will work. So I did bigger folds here in the bottom than on top. It's looking cool, I think. I have collected a couple of references of different folds of these joggers, and I'm using it now on the side, looking at them. That's helping me a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. I wouldn't be able to make it without... I could make it, but without reference it would be very hard for me to do. Yeah, I think this time the pants came out pretty nice because I used references, and in my previous videos I didn't prepare well for the stream and couldn't make proper folds, but this time they're looking good, I think. Not perfect, but okay. Believable. Maybe we can do a little bit sharper here. Yeah, looking nice, I think. Blender is desperately missing Sculpt Pro. Sure, you can emulate through density, but it's not very convenient. No, it has. It's called Topo. Come on, man. This thing. I never use it. Yeah, Topo will not preserve colors, UVs, or another attributes. So yeah, I never use it, and I don't like to use Sculpt Pro. But if you want, there is an option. So my hairs are not that detailed as in the reference, and that's completely normal for this kind of format of streams. But I was able to make pretty good pants, and I'm really happy about it. Yeah, so let's create a turntable. Set parent. How it is called? I forgot. Timeline, yeah. So in the end, as always, I like to make this thing because it helps to detect some issues, you know, in the sculpt. RZ 360. And you know, I wanted to create another one. Yes, it will be rotating. Let's look at it first. It's looking perfect. But I wanted to turn down the head a little bit. Shift A. And I will select everything. Set parent. Look. I forgot to. That's really fun. Yeah. Oof. Okay. All we need to do is to parent this one to this one. So the main view would be, this will be the main view. You know what I also want to do? I want to select everything except the hairs. And these two, and join. Oh, okay, it doesn't preserve the colors. Some why. I don't know why. Okay, now it at least preserved for the. And I want to. Oh. I want to. Why it's painting it? Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to move everything a little bit to make the pose even more dynamic, maybe in the end. Now I will select the body and separate it. And I will just paint it. And the same for the legs. Oops. Not the pants. Facets from visible. I don't know why it's doing that always. Oh, by the way, here is a little bit of issue. I want to fix it. All right. And X-ray. Ah, no, not X-ray, shadow. You know, guys, I could try render it if you want to. Yeah, we could try to make it really quick. So I will create so let's make it shader editor here. And let's switch to the render mode and weld. By the way, I need to, okay. I will create a light. Let's say area light. Why I can't move it? Let's make it, I think 100 we need to make. 1000 is too much, maybe. Switch to object and create material. I need to add color attribute here. And I select everything else. And Control L, link materials. And this one doesn't have color attribute, that's why it became dark. And where is the hands? So they also don't have attribute. Link materials. And the eyes. So where is the light here? So it's almost 4 hours. Can also switch to cycles. Why the light, why the scene is so dark? I don't know. I'm first time doing it in this Blender version. Yeah, we can change it. So yeah, guys, something like this. I hope you liked what I did. But for the proper render, I guess I need more time. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you liked, hit like and subscribe to see more. And for those who want to learn sculpting, I have a couple of courses, link in the description. Also, there are some free stuff there, some free sculpts that you can download on my ArtStation store. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. I need to go to sleep. It's already a little bit late here. Bye. I think because in Eevee you don't have light bouncing. Oh, okay, before we stop, let's then try to switch to the cycles. Oh, okay, yeah. Cycles is looking much better, by the way. Thank you. That was really helpful. And we can, by the way, rotate this thing. And this one, link. Okay, guys, I'm leaving now. Bye bye.